is the day after the Clevedon half marathon, which is my second half marathon, and today is all about recovery. Didn't do any training, not really doing anything in particular, just getting back to normal because I am pretty sore. But this is my race recap. So for the first 5k, I felt great. The start was pretty fun. It was like along grass and it was a bit muddy. Everyone was packed in there. It really felt like a big race. And we weaved our way around and then made it out onto the streets. And I felt pretty good. At about 5k, maybe more like 6 or 7k, I was getting a bit of stitch just from, I think, taking on quite a bit of water at the aid stations. But I wasn't actually feeling too thirsty, so my plan kind of altered. I'd just take a few sips and then pour the rest of it on me just to try and keep myself cool. That was working well. I was definitely finding it hard, but got to about 10k, still making great pace. And the next 5ks were the hardest. That included a big section on gravel, and yeah, I was just really trying to head down, get in the zone, and get through it. I did that. I didn't slow down too much. I was still on a good pace, kind of pretty much on the pace that I wanted to be going. Yeah, I probably dropped about a minute off of where I wanted to be, not too much. And then the last 5ks, it was really hard. It was obviously the hottest point of the race, and I'd already ran 15ks, but had the motivation for 2 reasons. One, obviously, just getting near the finish line. You're always going to get that boost. More than 2 reasons, actually. Like, it was also at that point when I was passing a lot of the people who were doing the 5k, and there were like walkers doing the 5k, so tons of other people around. There were also 10k people, which were most of them running against me on the other side. Tons of people around, plenty of sources of motivation. I was able to inject a bit more pace, and then for the last k, I could see that I was like basically just behind where I wanted to be in terms of pacing. And I thought, just got to give it my all, do what I can, see if I can get under an hour 45. It was probably about 300 meters to go. I was getting onto like the grass bit, which was right at the start of the finishing chute. It was around there where it clocked over to an hour 45. I knew I wasn't going to get it, but I knew I'd come pretty close, and I was still stoked with that. It's still a new PB, and it was also very muddy on the grass, so I'm kind of glad that I knew before that I wasn't going to get it. If I went to go for a sprint finish down that, very easily could have fallen over. So yeah, 1 hour 45 minutes and 24 seconds. So good. So good. And then third in my age group, got the little medal for, which is really cool. I think there were 4 people in my age group, so not as good of an achievement as it kind of sounds on face value, but still, I'm stoked with that. Really stoked with how I did. It was a great race. The route was cool. Day 4 was really good. The weather, perfect. It was a sick race, and I'm very glad to have done it. I've got a few blisters on the sides of my feet, but I've been getting those kind of frequently. If I get blisters, that's usually where I get them, but I have also got one on the side of my big toe. That one was the worst one yesterday, but it's cleared up very nicely. And then I've got one on the other side of my big toe, rubbing up against my other toe, and that one's not healed up as much. But otherwise, I'm actually feeling pretty good. It's 6:15 now, so I've had pretty much a day and a half of full recovery, and then a light swim tomorrow, and I think after that, I'll pretty much be good to go. Back into some long and hard training from then on. That'll be good.